Hi Aquarius, this is your general tarot reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of July. And this is going to be a big month, Aquarius, for you. Lots going on, lots of insights, finally understanding what the hell has been happening over the last while. Okay, so let's do as we always do. We wait for the right cards to come out just for you, Aquarius. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that will be shaping this month for you, okay? So we begin with the big full moon in Capricorn as we leave June and enter July. And this is going to be in your 12th house. So the moon in Capricorn is all about taking things a bit more seriously, getting things structured and organized. And you'll be doing that with your super psychic senses, your intuition. You know, what you'll find this month, Aquarius, is that you'll get these big downloads, this big insight into what's going on in the world around you. The things that may have been a bit of a mystery to you before are now becoming clearer. And what I'd say to you is to give time and space to this energy, because you really are tapping into something deeper, something psychic, something profound, something that gives you a wisdom that you probably didn't have access to for quite a while. So if you might find yourself really interested in paying attention to your dreams, really interested in paying attention to any types of divination through cards or runes, crystals, anything like that. Whatever it is that you use as a tool to tap in, then really go with that now, because the insights are big for you this month, Aquarius. And it's somewhere in these insights that you will get a much clearer picture of what's going on in your work life. So I know some of you have had some issues with your work and you've closed a chapter. You see, the 12th house is also about closing business, closing it up, finishing it off, rounding it up. So you're rounding up and closing off something to do with possibly your work environment. And it's like there were secrets, hidden things that you didn't quite understand. You couldn't tap into why certain people in work were behaving a certain way, why the structures seem to be coming down in some way, shape or form. Yeah, you'll get insights into that. And like I said, these insights are propelling you to move forward in your workplace, to move forward in your job, in your office. Also in terms of your health. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, it's a karmic card coming out. This is quite a karmic month. There's so much more going on. But it's certainly in your work space, your work environment, if there has been anything a little bit shadowy, deceitful, double dealing, somebody not being entirely honest, in fact downright deceptive, I'd say, you have the opportunity this month to really step out of that, really step out of it and be clean, and to prove something, to prove that you were right about something in your work environment, to prove that your sixth sense about something in work was correct. So you'll be getting a good bit of validation about that. So that's kind of a nice thing. Now, in terms of your health too, you might get a little bit of an insight into how you may need to detox, clean up, change your habits a little bit, get fitter, get that body moving. Eat the right food. Take care of your body. Take care of your body. Here we go with that card coming out. Take care of your body. Have some of you been really neglecting your diet and nutrition? Have you been a bit careless with how you treat your body? And if that's the case, then this month is a really good time for you to see how that's not good for you, A, and B, how you can fix it. So that's kind of a nice energy there, Aquarius. Now, you have so much going on. Of course, I'm going to start at the end. That's quite Aquarius. I'll begin at the end and work backwards. You have this big lunar eclipse happening at the end of the month, and it's an Aquarius lunar eclipse happening in your first house, and Mars is retrograding in there too. Yeah, Mars is retrograding in there too. So it's very powerful. It's very powerful in terms of your identity. Didn't we talk about this last month? You're cleaning up your identity where you had felt you were losing who you were. Well, now that comes to an end. The 12th house, the moon there, and also with Saturn and Pluto, it's really mopping up the last of that feeling like you're lost. And now here comes that big door to slam shut and to say, baby, you're not who you were anymore. The old you is over. The things that you were rebelling against in the past are done. They're finished. That chapter is closing. The things that you were fighting for, that you believed strongly in, there's a door closing on that too. And the reason being is that you finished that. Like this card suggests, it's the end of that chapter of your life. You are starting new. You're starting fresh. You're taking better care of yourself, as the sun suggests there at the beginning of the month, and taking better care of your absolute identity. The first impression that you make. The first impressions that we make are based on a lot of things. The clothes we wear, the attitudes that we have, and mannerisms that we've picked up along the way. Mannerisms that were formed right at the very beginning of our life. You know, we don't often recognize that we respond to this world in a way that maybe we learned very, very young. And it's almost like this month, your responses, your replies, the way you behave in this world, the things you're rebelling against in this world, the things you've been attached to in this world are changing. They're all changing, and a new you is emerging, Aquarius. A new you. And what is that new you? It could be anything. It really could be anything, because the possibilities are endless. So in this time, when you are, it's like stepping out to really be you, the upgrade, Aquarius Mark II. You know, this is a new you. So who is that going to be? Who is it going to be, Aquarius? Who do you want to be? You don't want to fool yourself anymore. You don't want to pretend anymore. You don't want to fight for the things you've been fighting for anymore. You're tired of it. You're bored of it. Life, yes. You felt that life has become so boring, so dissatisfying, so unmotivating for you, so just boring. That everything that you were doing was just a reaction. Somebody comes at you with their problems, you'll react. Somebody comes at you with an offer for work, sure, you'll react. Somebody comes at you with anything, love, partnerships, friendships, you'll react, you'll respond. But it's almost like, oh, I've done this before. This is like Groundhog Day. I've been here before. I've seen this before. I've done this before. Boring. Where's the stimulation? Here's the stimulation, Aquarius. The big lunar eclipse is ending that, so that something new, fresh and stimulating can come in its place. In its place. And particularly for you, your identity is going to be new, fresh and stimulating, because that's the secret, Aquarius. Often we look outside and say, the world out there is boring. There's nothing new out there. Out there is empty. Out there is this. Out there is that. And what you will learn this month, Aquarius, is that out there is only a reflection of what's in here. If you want out there to change, then you must change in here. Your mannerisms, your appearance, your looks, your responses, your replies, your behavior. It's like trying on a new suit. Try it on. Try it on and become a rebel again. But this time a rebel with a cause. I like that. I love it, Aquarius. It's very big, you know. This is very big. And look, there's a huge amount of energy in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. How other people are looking at you and what they see when they look at you. Almost like they are the mirror reflection of you. And you have huge activity. Mercury there in the 7th house, Venus, then the Sun goes into the 7th house. Okay, Mercury will retrograde in the 7th house too. But when you change your perspective, when you really change yourself, change your hair, change your clothes, change everything about you, just like that. And you're good, Aquarius. I mean, this doesn't frighten you. You can just turn it around like that. And when you do and shock them all, that's the first good thing about it, Aquarius. You love to shock them. And you're going to get in there and you'll shock the life out of them. And this is when the other people will go, ah, Aquarius is different. Aquarius is new. Aquarius is wonderful. You'll be celebrated. Your relationships will change with other people drastically in a great way. In a great way. You'll begin to like people again, Aquarius. Yeah. You'll actually even begin to tolerate them. Certainly you'll be getting on a whole lot better with them because, like I said, when you change your reaction to the world and your reaction to people, they respond. You see, people are savvy. People do depend a lot on first impressions. And it just takes a lot then to go deeper and deeper and deeper. That takes time, energy and effort, which you don't often have the patience for, Aquarius, you know. So if you want something more meaningful in relationships with people, then give something now that you want people to see in you. Give them something new so that you can get something nicer back from them. And you can't, it's no longer possible now, Aquarius, for you to say, kind of like people judge you on the first impressions. People are superficial. People, they don't want to know the depth of a person anymore. They're too shallow. They're too involved with TV. They're too involved with that. Yeah. But that's kind of important. Yeah, people do have their own lives going on. So you'll understand that there is bigger value in your first impression. You know, and maybe you might go into a situation at times, Aquarius, and there'll be this great depth to you, and you'll summarize everything that you're feeling, everything that you've been thinking about, everything that you're passionate about, and you'll walk into a conversation in with strangers, and you'll go blah, 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 blah. That's how it is, that's the bottom line. And people will say, what? Can't we even talk about this? Who is this person? What? Where did they come from? Don't they know the depth? Don't they? And that's the ironic part. They might be looking at you as superficial because you won't have given them the discourse, the dialogue, the time, the effort to understand completely why you are a certain way, why you think a certain way, and why you have a certain opinion on things. So it's about explaining it more right from the offing, right from the beginning, so that other people do understand you. And I know some of you are there saying, I don't care whether they understand me. I don't care. It's not my business if other people understand me. I understand me. I know. But there is value to it, Aquarius. And you'll understand it this month. You'll understand it. Now, some cards came out there. Queen of Wands, the Six of Cups. 3 other cards came out. These are interesting, actually, as extra cards. The Seven of Swords, the Magician, and the High Priestess. I'll lay them all down there. Anything else going on? There is the new moon mid-month happening in your 6th house. And again, this is something we've spoken about, Aquarius. Taking care of your body, taking care of your health, taking care of your anxiety too. You see, there could be some fears and anxieties that might be coming up for you this month. And if you treat them seriously and kind of use your intuition a lot on how to get through these fears, get through these strange feelings that you might be having, then it seems that it will help improve your overall health in some way. Maybe you've been having dark thoughts, bad thoughts. We don't judge thoughts as good or bad, but let's just say for you, maybe you felt that they were quite negative thoughts. Could be a moment mid-month where you realize that they might be having a little bit of a negative impact on your mind, on your health, and you're just ready now. You're ready to let that go. You really are. It's so big, Aquarius. I'm really excited for you. It's almost like a new beginning again. And that's beautiful. That's really nice. So hopefully you are seeing the overview there by now. And let's begin with the cards. So we have the very first card as the Lovers. Yeah, you've a lot of new opportunities and new choices this month. Something is coming together. When we see the Lovers, okay, it does talk about love, but before we get there, we'll talk about the separate elements in yourself are starting to come together. It's just that sense that everything you've believed in, everything that you are, is now finally coming together. And it gives you a sense of power, it gives you a sense of strength, and it gives you the ability to maybe let go of some parts of you that no longer fit this new image, this new Aquarius that's coming. So you'll be able to separate all the pieces of yourself, use your intuition now to see what you're bringing forward into your future, into your dreams, and let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Now, choices, options, opportunities, new doors being opened to you. Absolutely, absolutely this month. And doors closing. So it's almost like if your life is this big house, it's almost like you've been staying in the one room for many years. Now there's a door opening. You get to open into a new room and maybe explore the entire house to see which room you like best to settle down into, you know. And then a door is closing on that old stagnant stale room that you've been in for too long. Now when it comes to love, this is choices in love. You might find that this month, because you're so magnetic this month, so attractive this month, Aquarius, and all other people have their eyes on you, 7th house, partnerships and relationships, you might find that people are just coming out of the woodwork to get your attention. Not bad, huh? And you will have many opportunities to find new partners, even in business, even in your work, trying to make new connections with people. If you're networking, new networking groups will come, new business opportunities, new partnerships. If you're trying to get into a partnership with somebody about something, this is a good month too. But in love, now I'm going to go with this in love because it's sitting beside a Neptunian card. Neptune for you is in the 2nd house of self-worth, self-value and money. Firstly, certainly new opportunities to make money. If you've been very worried about your income, if you've been worried about where's the money coming from, there's something new opening up for you, Aquarius. And I would strongly think about it, but I think you've more than one option. I think your options are quite wide this month. And the same with love. In terms of love, you want people in your life now, and you're very strong about this, who really love you, really, really love you. This card is often the card of separating things out to see who does what, why do they do that, blah, blah, blah. And you might have a thing now when it comes to love that you're getting serious about getting rid of hangers-on, getting rid of people who are part-time lovers, getting rid of people. Sorry, there's a train going by. I hope that's not too disturbing. But getting rid of people who don't commit, getting rid of people who don't see your true value. And I know people often say, oh, Aquarius doesn't like to commit. I know there's an element of truth in that, but Aquarius doesn't like to commit with just anybody. But Aquarius certainly does want to commit with somebody who recognizes their value and somebody who respects them and somebody who you in turn can deeply love and deeply respect. Somebody who has value. This is the key in love now, Aquarius. Are they valuable people? Now, what constitutes a valuable person? We could say all people have value. That's true. But being specific for you now, their qualities, their good judgment, their wisdom, their core values, and how they manifest that in the world. You respect them. Before you can love somebody, you must respect them. That seems to be something that's coming up here. And it's almost like you want to be inspired by them. You don't want to hear talk. You don't want to hear, one day I'll do this, one day I'll be this. You're saying, no. If you value yourself enough, if you have enough dignity in yourself, if you have enough pride in yourself, then the things that you're talking on and on about, you'd be doing them now. Then I'd have respect for you. Yeah, you just need somebody who you look up to, who you respect, who you deem as being a quality person inside and outside. You've enough of the dreamers. You've enough of, like I said, enough of people who promise, enough of people who are stuck, enough of people who aren't getting their shit together, because this month your shit is together. And that's the quality in love. So when you do have options, which you will in love, have the courage, Aquarius, to recognize that these people must only have the qualities now that you can respect, you know. Now, here we go. This is you moving on, looking out into your horizon finally. See, there's two sticks here. These are wands, magic wands maybe, but certainly fiery wands, things that set you on fire with passion. And that's what you want now this month. You are being set alive with passion. And the universe started it. It's the universe kicking it off in this karmic month, saying, come on, Aquarius, move. Move in your life. Stop staying stuck. And you're saying, that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to move, but there have been no doors. Well, here are the doors. So now that the doors are opening and you see the horizon beyond your comfort zone, put your little cap on, hold that world in your hand, get your walking stick and move with it. Be inspired now by what you see outside. Because haven't I told you, Aquarius, when you change your inner world and how you see your inner world, that will start reflecting onto the outer world, and you'll be able to look down from your tower, look down and say, okay, peasants, what are you doing this month in July? Let me see, let me see if you're doing anything I approve of. But they are doing things that you approve of now, and you feel ready now to take the leap. Hopefully not off a big tower like him, but to take the leap into a newer horizon. A newer horizon that's full of possibility, full of potential. As I always say, this is you having been in the dark too long, having been in the shadows too long, hiding also, staying quiet on the down low, separating yourself slightly from the world, keeping business going, keeping things moving, but separating yourself further and further. And now here you come back, because you're saying, finally, now that I've had a look at what's going on in my world, now that I've seen the options, now that I'm able to see quality things that do have value, things that might bring you money too, the possibilities are now endless. because this guy is looking up and he's saying, I dream, I wish, in my vision. Yeah, visualizing your future now, and having the ability to visualize your future. And you're saying, finally, a clear path, so my vision for my future can move. Also in love too, this could be a card of feeling that you've finally found somebody who you can share your dreams and visions with, Aquarius. Now, I know some of you are already in relationships. You're not necessarily looking for somebody new, but perhaps a dynamic will change within your existing relationship where you'll feel so inspired. They'll be looking at you. You remember I told you your partners and that people outside of you will be looking at you now, respecting you more, enjoying your company more. And you'll now say, look, this is where we're going. I have a plan. Are you with me? And they'll say, yeah, sure. And you'll feel very rewarded by that. You'll feel that love from your partner and love from the people around you seems to be a great source. It's like the gasoline that fuels your dreams. Stepping back a little bit, a few moments ago, Aquarius, I said, you'll recognize the reason why first impressions of other people are so important. And this is it, what I just said there. Other people do have the ability to be like gasoline for your rocket ship. So don't underestimate that. Sure, you can be a lone wolf going out there doing it all on your own. That's fine. But to really project yourself now out there doing the things that you want to do, you do need other people. You need their energy. You need, as I said, their gasoline, and you need their approval. I know that can be difficult to accept sometimes. As a very independent soul, you're saying, I beg to differ. I don't need anybody's approval for anything in my life. Know the difference here. As I said, separate things out, put them on the table, lay it all out, and know the difference between not allowing other people tell you what to do or influence you, and knowing that sometimes their influence can act as something that propels you into the future. And you're smart, Aquarius, you get it. I know you get it. Now, again, another love card. I get, when I talk about love, and recently I was talking about marriage with Aquarius, I got a few messages from people saying, are you serious? I don't want love. This isn't a period of love. This is a period of me trying to get rid of my old life. This is a period of me trying to fix all the crap that's been happening in my work life. I'm trying to get organized. I'm trying to heal bits of my life and find myself and rediscover my identity. Why are you going on and on and on about love? Because maybe that's one of the elements that has been missing, that's showing up big time here now in July. Love. This is sometimes a soulmate energy. As I said, you are now really getting serious about the type of people that you want in your love life, and you want in your inner circle. Look at these two cards are up. Let's say they are two opposites coming together. See how it works? Two separate pieces joining, two separate pieces uniting. Making a commitment to somebody. I know, I'm going to get messages from people saying, but I'm not making a commitment. Well, I tell you what you're certainly doing. You're making a commitment to yourself, to be more inspired in your life, to really run with the energies that I'm talking about here, and to make it happen. But there is a union of sorts happening, even if it's a business partnership, a meeting of minds. This month in July, Aquarius, you're meeting people that you respect and value, and you're coming together with them in some way to form a union, to create something that's beneficial. Now, you'll know what that is. Here we have, beside that, when you do that, here you have this wonderful karmic card. Karma, yeah. This is luck turning in your favor, and certainly Jupiter is going direct this month, the planet who is often said to be quite lucky, and he's going in your 10th house of your career, of standing in the spotlight. Something is turning around for your career. Certainly you're going to get a lucky break, and wherever it is that you stand up and people recognize what you're doing, they appreciate your talent, your skill, the hard work that you're doing, where they appreciate you as a figure of competence or a figure of excellence in something that you're doing. It's like the wheel is turning, where people finally give you the recognition that you deserve, Aquarius. Yeah, and it's almost this feeling that a bunch of people are just going to come out of the woodwork and say what you're doing is worthy of respect. What you're doing is excellent. What you're doing, whatever it is you're doing is praiseworthy, and you'll be getting a round of applause for it. People like it. Maybe you kept your dignity in a desperate situation. Maybe you kept your reputation intact when there might have been a fear of losing it. And now that the wheel is turning, people are saying, how did you do it, Aquarius? How did you stay so strong under that shitty situation? How did you keep your morals intact? How did you keep your identity intact? How did you stay a respectable figure when others were trying to attack you, perhaps? But you did. And well done to you. Now look at these two beauties beside each other. Yeah, okay. We'll go with the first one here, scorpionic energy again in your career. Something is dying in your career. I know I've talked about this with you before, but you're really transforming something within your career. You're letting go, you're letting something die, and you're letting something new be born. Certainly. This is the card of the death of something, so that the ground can be cleared and something new can take its place. And this is very much you. In many senses this month, Aquarius, the who you used to be is dying, and the ground is being leveled, and something new is emerging. Now, that's interesting, because what we have here beside it is the Devil card. So, if something is dying, Aquarius, and something is being cleared, and something new is emerging, please, don't let it be this. I'm only teasing, but what this is really saying is that as this happens with Aquarius, as something is dying, you might feel a little bit vulnerable. Some of your fears, as we've spoken about earlier, might pop up. Feeling lost, feeling disenchanted, feeling that other people always seem to get the last laugh. Other people always seem to be in control of your destiny. Yeah, other people. Okay, I'm going with this, Aquarius. Maybe one, maybe more. Some people, at least 1, 2, 3 people, have done shit on you, have done something quite nasty to you. I don't know when. It doesn't seem like it's recent. Maybe a couple of months ago, maybe back in December, January. Somebody really pulled a fast one on you and tried to ruin your name, tried to bring you down, tried to tell lies to make you look bad. And you're not bad. And this is why this card is coming up, that's saying you held your dignity. You held it all through these troubling transformations, all through the devil showing in your life, through these nasty, spiteful, Machiavellian style people, really underhanded, kind of more underhanded than you're even capable of believing. That's how bad it seems it was. And you kept your dignity. You kept it. Well done, Aquarius. And that's what's being celebrated. That's what's being applauded. Now, I'll say this, as the wheel is turning and people are celebrating you and applauding you and saying, well done, you're going through this big transformation, you're coming out on top, your career is now back on track. It seems if you've been X'd, what do you call that, blackballed, is it? Or your name has been dragged through the mud. Now that you're back up and you're shiny and new and you're leaving all of that behind, remember to leave it behind. Don't drag it on. Leave it behind and don't get all mean and heavy and looking for revenge. Because what happens this month is you've proven that you're above it. You've proven that you've taken the higher moral ground, and you get applauded for that. So don't ruin that by saying, thank you everybody, thank you, you're right, I did take the higher moral ground, I was good. Now, sleeves up, time to get those bitches back. It's a choice. You can do it. But I wouldn't, and here's why I wouldn't. Because beside it is karma, justice. Karma, all these cards, man, karma. Karma is coming back to people who behaved badly. This is the card that literally is, you get what you deserve. You've behaved well, Aquarius, in difficult situations. Other people haven't. Karma is coming back to them. And that begins at the in July. Now, it might take August, September, it might take a couple of months before you actually see that. But Themis is here, the goddess, with the sword of justice. And it doesn't look like that in this card, but it will be a flaming sword of justice. And she has the scales, and she is saying, give Aquarius back what you took from them. Somebody took something from you, your reputation, something, and karma is coming. And they're saying, either give that back, whatever this thing is, or suffer the consequences. And man, are they going to suffer the consequences. Wow, Aquarius. Wow, who or what the heck? What the heck is going on? Somebody has really wronged you. But the gods are on your side, as they always are, Aquarius. Every time you stand in your truth, every time you follow that wonderful rightness, I won't say righteousness, I'll say correctness inside you, you're favoured. So stay with that. Don't get all mean and heavy like them looking to seek revenge, because it's coming. It is coming. And look, these are two angry bitches. Here we have Justice sitting beside the Queen of Swords. These are cold. These are heartless. These are completely objective people. And you need to be that way to dish out revenge, to dish out justice, to give somebody what they truly, truly deserve. And you have these two figures here in your cards saying that they are going to feature now in July. Give Aquarius back something. Something being stolen from you, something being taken from you. You've been ousted from a position. You've been treated badly. You've been left behind when all those nasty people seem to get ahead. Cold, calm justice is coming. I don't know how you feel about that, Aquarius. I don't know how you feel about that. I hope you feel good about that. You're not a very vengeful person. You're certainly not spiteful. And if karma does come back on the other people, I don't want you for a moment to think, oh my God, do I feel responsible? I feel bad for them now. You know, I wanted them to suffer. I didn't want them to suffer that much. It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. Something bigger than you is responding to whatever that situation is. And when that happens, you're left back sitting on the throne. The Queen here is very psychic. Now, I did say to you that this is going to be a very powerfully psychic month for you. Go with this, really go with this at the beginning and the end of the month. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, trust your dreams, trust that whatever it is that you take your mind out of it and go with whatever is right, that you feel is right. Go with that. Now, you see, transforming, this is an Aquarius card also. And what we're talking about here, you transforming. Aquarius is transforming into what? Into something more fiery, into something more fun, into something. She's the embodiment of somebody who nurtures joy, somebody who nurtures humor, somebody who really encourages high jinks, high spirits. Anything for a party, anything for the laugh, anything that's just like, oh, come on, forget all about the troubles and let's just enjoy life. And I think that's the transition from the old Aquarius, who is sitting on a throne. She has a crown, she has a sword, but she found life to be quite hard. She found life to be quite cold and quite difficult, where she had to constantly fight her way just to stay afloat, to get ahead, and had to constantly battle. But yet here, when she does make that change, which is you, Aquarius, she turns into something more psychic, trusting. Yeah, whoever it is you're going to become now, Aquarius, you're really bringing in some real element of using your intuition, using that psychic skill that you may have neglected. And she's very kind of, I don't care what happens. I don't have to be in control. I don't have to be always on guard with my sword in my hand, ready to strike. I'm just chilling. I'm just enjoying the flowers. I'm just looking up at the sun. I have my face to the side because I don't want to see anything that's cold. I don't want to see anything that's difficult. I've had enough of that. I just want fun. And you'll notice here that she's transmuted. She's wearing gold. She is wearing, say, silver. She's wearing grey, symbols of wisdom. She's also wearing a cloak that's the clouds, which is a symbol of the air sign Aquarius. Now, there's great wisdom here. But what she brings is an ignition on that wisdom that ultimately turns it into an ultimate truth. That's key here too, Aquarius. You're rediscovering the value of ultimate truth within yourself. You're not compromising for anybody anymore. You're not even making allowances for yourself anymore, if that sound, I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's like it must be the ultimate truth or nothing. And once I believe that I'm protected, once I believe that there's a higher truth taking care of all those nasty things that need judgment, once I sense that, I'm now able to relax. I don't feel that I have to control every last detail in my life, because I recognize that there's energies out there, there's people helping me, there's love helping me, I have help. And because I now have people and energies helping me, I can relax. It's not all on my shoulders. It's not me just having to fight all the time. And when you relax, here's your actual last card in the reading. Oh, this is a long reading, Aquarius, sorry. I just saw the time there. When you relax, you'll be able to look back. This is like a slideshow. And the energies are going to be a bit like this month, Aquarius. There'll be real moments of looking back on the old photographs, the slideshows of who you used to be. It's like an old movie playing in your mind. This is who I used to be. Who am I now? Well, you'll figure that out, but you'll also have a really nice time relaxing, being in a more loving and confident place, and encouraging beauty. You see, every time we see sixes, we talk about beauty, and as you change your identity, you do want to incorporate the softer elements of yourself, something more beautiful, even in your very appearance, which again, people often say, oh, that's superficial. No, it's not. Appearances matter. So encourage more beauty in that. Now, the last 3 cards, very interesting. These are extra cards. This is the card of plans and strategies. Now, the sun in the 6th house there might be telling you to do that. You've new opportunities, new paths. See, Mercury is coming. New paths, new opportunities. You might have to go back and really sit down and make new plans, because doors are opening wide open for you, and it will require you to sit down, to analyze, to observe, to really have a good think about where to go next. Because, as I say, the road you choose now is your choice. It's your choice, Aquarius. As he comes with the 4 elements, he's saying you can go up, you can go down, above, below. Choose your element, choose your path, because this is now the karmic beginning of a new cycle. So where do you want to go? Choice is yours. It's you know those old game shows, and what's behind door number 1? What's behind door number 2? It's a mystery door. And you're in there in the game show saying, what'll I choose? What'll I choose? Well, use your psychic intuition to know which one to choose and have your little plan together. Now, deep wisdom. Deep wisdom comes with the new moon, a new moon card again, with, again, plans, strategies. That's what it's all about. These 3 cards are saying, get your plans and strategies together, because the new moon is coming on the 13th of July, and it is going to kick those doors wide, wide open for you in terms of your career, in terms of your work. And it's wonderful. Aquarius, this is, I'm sorry it's been such a long video, but I think it was kind of important to tell you what's going on. And I hope you get something from this. And in the meantime, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it at that. If this is the first time watching my videos, then subscribe. Join me on Facebook, She Bear Tarot. I have Twitter and Instagram too. And as always, Aquarius, I'm going to tell you, come back next month, so we keep following the energies, knowing what the heck is going to happen. And I want to see the new you. I want to see what you've turned into. And between now and then, my love, I am giving you all my love. Mwah! And a big kiss from me to you. See you next month, Aquarius. Bye.